Are you exhausted from feeling trapped in a cycle? Each day begins with grand aspirations, yet each night ends with the same unresolved challenges. You promise yourself that tomorrow will be the day things change, but tomorrow always looks identical to today. The issue isn't a lack of drive or that you're somehow damaged. You've simply not yet learned a fundamental truth that high achievers unlocked years ago. I'm here to reveal that secret to you. Consider this. What if a single hour each day had the power to completely transform your existence? Not 5 hours, not 10, just 60 minutes. Many believe transformation demands enormous effort, perfect timing, or innate genius. That is a falsehood. Genuine change begins with 1 hour of dedicated, purposeful effort daily. The challenge isn't a shortage of time. It's that you haven't mastered how to utilize the time you already possess. Today, you will discover the precise framework that transforms ordinary individuals into high performers, dreamers into action takers, and hopefuls into champions. This is the power of 1 dedicated hour. Let me be direct with a difficult reality. People typically fail not from a lack of ability, but from squandering time. They devote hours to mindlessly browsing their phones, consuming trivial videos, and vocalizing their troubles, yet they refuse to invest a single hour in building their solutions. 1 hour represents just 4% of your day, merely 4%. You likely spend more time than that commuting or waiting in queues. Yet this 1 hour, when applied strategically, holds more potential than the remaining 23 hours combined. The value isn't just in the minutes themselves, but in what that time signifies. It symbolizes your dedication to self-improvement. It represents your faith in what lies ahead. It marks your choice to cease being a passive participant in your life and start being its active architect. Reflect on the accomplished people you look up to. What universal trait do they share? They comprehend that success is constructed gradually, 1 day, 1 hour, 1 deliberate choice at a time. They don't wait for lucky breaks or ideal situations. They generate momentum through steadfast daily effort. Warren Buffett dedicates 5 to 6 hours to reading daily. Bill Gates reads 50 books annually. Oprah Winfrey practices meditation every morning. What insight do they possess that you might not? They know that daily routines shape your destiny. They understand that small, regular actions accumulate into phenomenal outcomes. But here's the crucial part they understand that most overlook. You don't need 5 hours like Buffett. You don't need to read 50 books like Gates. You only need to dedicate 1 focused hour to your development every single day. 1 hour of reading daily equals 365 hours in a year. That is equivalent to a full-time, 15-week semester focused solely on your objectives. 1 hour of daily practice in a skill will place you in the top 5% of people in that field within just 2 years. The calculation is straightforward, but the effect is profound. People often overestimate what's possible in 1 day and drastically underestimate what's achievable in 1 year. A single hour seems insignificant, but multiplied across 365 days, it becomes enormous. Stop searching for quick fixes. Stop waiting for extraordinary interventions. Begin with 1 hour. That is your foundation. That is your starting point. That is your route to the life you truly desire. Take command of your first hour. The most critical decision you'll make today is this: what defines the first hour after you wake up? Most people surrender this invaluable time without a second thought. They reach for their phone, check notifications, scroll through social feeds, and allow others' agendas to become their immediate priority. This is a mistake, a monumental, life-altering mistake. How you commence your day sets the trajectory for your life. This isn't merely motivational rhetoric. It's neuroscience. Your brain is at its clearest, most alert, and most capable in that first hour. Your resolve is strongest. Your capacity for deep focus is at its peak. And what do most do with this golden opportunity? They fritter it away. Imagine this. You wake up and instantly grab your phone. Within minutes, you're absorbing problems you can't fix, drama you don't require, and curated highlights from others' lives that make you feel inadequate. Your mind, which was fresh and primed for growth, is now clogged with noise, pessimism, and distraction. By the time you're ready to start your day, your mental energy is already drained. Your attention is fragmented. Your emotions are influenced by events entirely unrelated to your ambitions. You've surrendered control of your thoughts to algorithms, advertisers, and strangers. Successful people operate differently. They guard their first hour as if it were priceless, because it is. They use this time to condition their mind for achievement, instead of letting the world condition it for averageness. Instead of seeing what everyone else is doing, they look inward. Instead of consuming content, they create clarity. Instead of reacting to external events, they intentionally design their day. Your first hour should be sacred. No phone, no social media, no news, no interruptions. Just you, your objectives, and your advancement. Use this time to read enlightening material, jot down your daily priorities, visualize your success, strategize your actions, exercise your body, and nourish your spirit. When you command your first hour, a powerful shift occurs. You begin the day as the author of your life, not just a character in someone else's narrative. You become proactive, not reactive. You establish the tone instead of accepting the tone the world sets for you. I know your thought is, I'm not a morning person. Listen, success is indifferent to your preferences. Champions aren't born prepared. They prepare themselves through training their habits and building their discipline. You can do the same, starting tomorrow. Make a pact with yourself. Before you offer your attention to the external world, offer it to your internal world. Before you check on everyone else's life, check on your own. Before you consume content, create progress. The first hour is when you are mentally, emotionally, and spiritually at your strongest. Don't waste this gift on draining activities. Invest it in activities that develop you. Because when you win the morning, you win the day. And when you win enough days, you win your life. Plan before you act. Many fail because they mistake busyness for productivity. They work hard but not wisely. They have energy but lack direction. They take action, but it's the wrong action. Before you invest your precious hour, you must answer one vital question. What is your destination? If you don't know where you're going, any path will take you there. And most paths lead to insignificant places. Direction is paramount. It's the difference between wheel spinning and genuine progress. It's the difference between feeling busy and feeling fulfilled. It's the difference between strenuous effort and tangible results. Here is the common mistake: leaping into action without clear intent. People start doing tasks without first deciding what truly needs to be done. They work without working towards a specific aim. This is like trying to hit a target in complete darkness. You might get lucky, but you'll likely miss. Successful people do the reverse. They aim before they fire. They plan before they act. They gain absolute clarity on their destination before embarking on the journey. Before your hour begins, take 3 minutes to define your purpose with precision. Ask yourself, what specific skill am I developing today? What exact problem am I solving? What measurable progress will I achieve? Why is this important for my future? Write down your answers. Don't just think them, put them on paper. Writing transforms a vague notion into a concrete commitment. Understand the power of your why. Your why is your fuel. When you know why you're doing something, the how becomes clearer. When your why is powerful, you'll find a method. When your why is weak, you'll find an excuse. For example, don't just say, "I want to read more." That's too nebulous. Instead, say, "I am reading for 30 minutes daily to enhance my communication skills because superior communication will accelerate my career advancement and help me build more meaningful relationships." Now you have direction. Now you have purpose. Now you have power. Your brain thrives on specific targets. Give it one. Instead of "I want to get better at writing," say, "I am writing 500 words daily to improve my storytelling because influential storytellers impact people and change lives."
Instead of "I want to learn about business," say, "I am studying marketing for 45 minutes daily because mastering marketing will enable me to grow my side venture to $5,000 per month." See the difference? The first statements are wishes. The second are plans. Wishes hope for results. Plans create results. Another critical point: concentrate on one thing at a time. Your brain cannot excel when divided among multiple priorities. Select one core skill, one primary area, one main objective for your daily hour. Achieve mastery in that before moving on. Remember, clarity on paper becomes focus in action. When you know exactly what you're working toward and why it matters, every minute of your hour becomes potent. Every action becomes intentional. Every effort propels you closer to success. Direction converts your hour from random activity into targeted advancement. And targeted advancement is what distinguishes achievers from the rest. Guard your hour like a treasure. Now that you've claimed your hour and know how to use it, comes the most difficult part: defending it. The world will constantly try to steal it from you, not by force, but through a constant stream of minor distractions. Your phone will buzz. Someone will request just 5 minutes. An urgent email will appear. A family member will need assistance. A friend will call with drama. And suddenly, your growth hour has vanished, traded for other people's priorities. You must grasp this fundamental principle. That hour is not free time. It is not flexible time. It is not time you can afford to lose. It is the most valuable hour of your day because it is the hour that constructs your future. Think of it this way: if someone tried to take $100 from you, would you allow it? Of course not. Well, that hour is worth far more than $100. It is worth your dreams, your goals, your potential, your future success. Do not let anyone steal it. Here's what you must do. Establish boundaries. Real boundaries, not polite suggestions, not flexible guidelines. Firm, non-negotiable boundaries that you enforce consistently. Inform your family. From 6 to 7 a.m., I am unavailable unless it is a genuine emergency. This is my growth time. Tell your friends, I do not take calls or texts during my morning hour. I will respond afterward. Notify coworkers. I begin checking emails at 8 a.m., not before. Some people won't appreciate this. They may call you selfish or antisocial. They may attempt to guilt you. Do not be swayed. Individuals who do not invest in themselves often resent those who do. That is their issue, not yours. Here is the truth. When you do not value your time, no one else will either. When you do not protect your priorities, others will fill your schedule with theirs. Successful people are experts at saying no. They decline good opportunities to say yes to great ones. They refuse urgent but unimportant tasks to embrace important but non-urgent growth activities. Your growth hour is like a garden. If you don't build a fence, weeds will invade. Those weeds are distractions, interruptions, and others' agendas. Build the fence, guard the garden, protect what is precious. Create a physical barrier. Close your door, power down your phone, use airplane mode, go to a quiet space. Some people even leave their house to protect this time. Do whatever is necessary to create a distraction-free zone. Remember, this isn't about being rude or antisocial. It's about being serious. Serious about your future. Serious about your goals. Serious about becoming the person you are meant to be. The people who truly matter will understand. Those who don't understand don't matter. Your future self will thank you for protecting this time. Your present self will feel proud for mustering the discipline to guard what is important. Every time you successfully protect your hour, you build self-respect. Every time you give it away, you erode a little confidence in yourself. Choose self-respect. Choose discipline. Choose your future over interruptions. Learn during your hour. Knowledge is power, but only when it is applied. Most people treat learning as entertainment. They consume information passively, without a goal, without a strategy. That isn't learning. It's simply passing time. Authentic learning is intentional, focused, and designed to solve specific problems and achieve specific goals. When you adopt this approach, everything changes. During your daily hour, dedicate at least 30 minutes to learning something that directly advances your goals. Not random facts or interesting trivia, but targeted knowledge that moves the needle. If you want to launch a business, study prosperous entrepreneurs. Read their books, listen to their interviews, learn their tactics. If you want to enhance your health, study nutrition and exercise science. If you want better relationships, study communication and psychology. If you want financial independence, study money management and investing. Curate your learning materials carefully. Not all information is equal. Some books, courses, and content will revolutionize your life. Others will waste your time. Focus on content created by individuals who have actually achieved what you aspire to achieve. Read biographies of successful figures in your field. Study case studies of companies that have built what you want to build. Learn from mentors who have walked the path you wish to take. This isn't just gathering information, it's acquiring a blueprint. Employ this powerful technique, active learning. Don't just read or listen passively. Take notes, ask questions, connect new concepts to existing knowledge. Summarize key lessons in your own words. This transforms information into genuine understanding. Another key principle, quality over quantity. It is more valuable to deeply understand one powerful idea than to skim 10 superficial ones. Read fewer books, but read them thoroughly. Take fewer courses, but complete them fully. Create a learning system. Maintain a notebook dedicated to your growth hour. Record key insights, important quotes, and actionable ideas. Review your notes regularly. This helps transfer knowledge from short-term memory to long-term retention. Don't just learn new things, learn better methods for things you already do. If you're proficient at something, become an expert. If you're an expert, become world-class. Continuous improvement in existing skills often delivers greater returns than acquiring completely new ones. Stay current in your field. Industries evolve rapidly. What worked 5 years ago may be obsolete today. Subscribe to industry publications. Follow thought leaders. Attend virtual conferences. Keep your knowledge updated and relevant. But here is the most crucial point. Learn with the intention to apply. Every piece of information you consume should connect to a concrete action you can take. If you cannot apply it, Don't spend time learning it. Your goal isn't to become a trivia expert, it's to become more effective. The most successful people are perpetual learners. They never cease expanding their knowledge. They understand that in a rapidly changing world, continuous learning is the only way to remain relevant. Make learning a daily habit, and you will make success a permanent lifestyle. Practice during your hour. This is where most people fail. They learn, but they don't practice. They study, but they don't apply. They know, but they don't do. And knowing without doing is worthless. 1 hour of practice is more valuable than 10 hours of theory. Why? Because practice is where knowledge becomes skill. Practice is where understanding becomes capability. Practice is where potential becomes performance. You don't become a great speaker by reading about public speaking. You become great by speaking. You don't master writing by studying grammar rules. You master it by writing. You don't build business acumen by watching videos. You build it by doing business activities. Dedicate at least 30 minutes of your daily hour to hands-on practical application. If you're learning to code, write code. If you're studying sales, practice your pitch. If you're learning a language, engage in conversations.
If you're building a business, work on your business plan. Practice doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be real. Every time you practice, you improve slightly. Every time you apply what you've learned, you build confidence. Every time you do, instead of just think, you move closer to mastery. Practice provides something studying alone cannot: feedback. When you practice, you immediately see what works and what doesn't. You discover your strengths and weaknesses. You identify areas needing improvement. This feedback loop dramatically accelerates your learning. Make your practice specific and measurable. Apply the 20-80 principle. Focus 80% of your practice time on the 20% of skills that will yield 80% of your results. If you're learning sales, spend more time practicing closing techniques than memorizing product specs. If you're learning marketing, focus more on creating compelling offers than learning every marketing theory. Practice deliberately. Don't just go through the motions. Push yourself slightly beyond your comfort zone. If it feels easy, you aren't growing. Seek challenges that stretch your abilities. Track your practice. Keep a log of what you practiced, for how long, and what you learned. This allows you to visualize your progress over time and identify patterns in your improvement and areas requiring more work. Here is a powerful practice technique. Teach what you learn. If you can explain a concept to someone else, you truly understand it. Create content about what you're learning. Make videos, write blog posts, give presentations. Teaching forces you to structure your knowledge and reveals gaps in your understanding. Remember, practice makes permanent, not perfect. If you practice incorrectly repeatedly, you'll become proficient at doing things the wrong way. Ensure you're practicing correctly. Seek feedback from experts, study best practices, and adjust your approach based on results. The goal of practice isn't perfection, it's progress. Every hour you practice is an investment in your future competence. Every skill you develop through practice is a tool you will possess forever. Practice turns knowledge into power. Reflect, refine, and repeat. Most people hurry from one day to the next without pausing to assess their progress. They are too busy doing to consider if they are doing the right things. This is a massive error. Reflection is what converts experience into wisdom. It's what transforms random activities into purposeful progress. It's what separates those who stay busy from those who genuinely get better. Use the final minutes of your hour to reflect. Ask yourself, what worked well today? What could I improve? What did I learn? How can I apply this tomorrow? Write down your answers. Don't just mentally note them. Physically writing engages different parts of your brain and fosters deeper processing. Keep a simple journal of your daily growth sessions. Reflection helps you identify patterns. Perhaps you learn better in the morning than the afternoon. Maybe you focus better with physical books versus digital screens. Maybe you practice more effectively with specific time limits. These insights help you optimize your approach. Reflection also helps you celebrate progress. It's easy to focus on how far you have left to go and ignore how far you've already come. Regular reflection helps you notice improvements you might otherwise miss, building confidence and motivation. But don't stop at reflection. The next step is refinement. Based on what you learned about yourself and your process, make small, intelligent adjustments. If something isn't working, change it. If something is working well, do more of it. Refinement isn't about overhauling everything. It's about making small, smart tweaks. Maybe you need to wake up 15 minutes earlier. Maybe you need to change your learning environment. Maybe you need to switch from reading to listening to podcasts during your commute. The key is to experiment systematically. Change one variable at a time. Test it for at least a week. Evaluate the outcomes. Keep what works, discard what doesn't. This systematic approach to improvement will dramatically accelerate your progress. Here's what most people miss. The process is more important than the results of any single day. Some days you'll feel you made huge leaps. Other days you'll feel you barely moved. Both are normal. What matters is the consistency of the process, not the perfection of any individual session. Create feedback loops. Schedule weekly reviews to examine your progress over 7 days.
Conduct monthly reviews to evaluate your overall direction. Hold quarterly reviews to assess if you need to adjust your goals or methods.
This cycle of reflect, refine, and repeat is what turns good intentions into extraordinary results. It's what transforms wishful thinking into systematic advancement. It's what separates those who merely try from those who truly succeed. Remember, you're not just building skills during your daily hour. You're building a system for lifelong growth. You're developing the ability to learn anything, improve anything, and achieve anything. This meta-skill of continuous improvement will serve you forever. Don't rush this process. Don't skip the reflection. Don't avoid the refinement. These steps may seem small, but they are what transform your daily hour from a task into a life-changing habit. Build discipline, your foundation for success. Everything we've discussed hinges on one thing: your ability to show up consistently, especially when you don't feel like it. This ability is called discipline, and it is the most critical skill you will ever develop. Discipline is what gets you out of bed when you want to sleep in. It's what opens the book when you'd rather watch TV. It's what pushes you to practice when you're inclined to procrastinate. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Let me be clear, motivation is unreliable. Some days you'll feel motivated, other days you won't. If you depend on motivation to maintain your daily hour, you will fail. Motivation is like the weather, it constantly changes. Discipline is like the sun, it rises every day regardless of conditions. Building discipline is crucial for achieving your goals because it provides the focus, consistency, and resilience needed to overcome obstacles and stay on course. Real change is slow and uncomfortable, and it requires your commitment no matter what. Here's how discipline truly works. It's not about being superhuman. It's about making decisions in advance and then following through on them regardless of how you feel in the moment. Discipline begins with small choices. The choice to set an alarm and actually get up. The choice to leave your phone in another room during your growth hour. The choice to practice even when you don't see immediate results. These small choices, made consistently, build your discipline muscle. Yes, discipline is like a muscle. The more you use it, the stronger it becomes. Every time you do what you said you would do, especially when you don't want to,
You are building discipline. Every time you keep a commitment to yourself, you prove to yourself that you are reliable. Start with easy wins. Don't attempt to overhaul your life overnight. Choose one small commitment and honor it unfailingly. Maybe it's drinking a glass of water first thing in the morning. Maybe it's making your bed every day. Maybe it's reading just 5 pages before checking your phone. These small commitments seem insignificant, but they are constructing something powerful: self-trust. When you prove you can keep small commitments, you develop the confidence to keep larger ones. Here is a powerful discipline strategy. Remove the decision from the moment. Instead of debating each morning whether you'll do your growth hour, decide once that you will do it every day at the same time. Make it a non-negotiable part of your routine, like brushing your teeth. Create environmental supports for discipline. If you want to read more, place books everywhere and put your phone away. If you want to exercise, lay out your workout clothes the night before. If you want to write, set up your computer with a writing app already open. Make the right choice easy and the wrong choice difficult. Understand that discipline becomes easier with time, not harder. The first week is the most difficult. The first month is challenging. But after that, your new behavior starts becoming automatic. What once required immense willpower eventually requires very little conscious effort. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for consistency. If you miss a day, don't quit. Simply get back on track the next day. The goal isn't to never fail. It's to fail less frequently and recover more quickly. Discipline in one area of your life spreads to others. When you become disciplined about your learning hour, you'll notice improved discipline in your work, health, relationships, and finances. Discipline is a transferable skill. Genuine transformation doesn't happen overnight. It happens over time through consistent daily actions, and that consistency only comes through discipline. Build this foundation first, and everything else becomes possible. I will create a complete video detailing how to build discipline, providing specific strategies and techniques for developing this essential skill. Ensure you're subscribed with notifications enabled so you don't miss it.
It will be a game changer for anyone serious about personal growth. Start now. Your future can't wait. You now possess the complete system. Claiming your first hour, protecting it from distractions, learning with purpose, practicing with intention, reflecting for improvement, and building the discipline to maintain consistency. You have everything you need to transform your life. But knowledge without action is worthless. You can understand every concept perfectly, but if you don't start implementing them today, nothing will change. The chasm between knowing and doing is where most dreams perish. So this is your moment of truth. Will you be someone who learns and acts, or someone who learns and forgets? The time for delay is over. Not next Monday, not next month, not next year. Today. Right now. This very moment. Because every day you wait is a day of potential growth lost forever. Every hour you waste is an hour you can never reclaim. I know your thoughts. I'll start when I have more time. But you will never have more time. You will only have different priorities. I'll start when I feel more motivated. But motivation follows action. It does not precede it. I'll start when conditions are perfect. But perfect conditions are a myth. Success happens amidst imperfection. Here is what successful people understand that others do not. You don't have to feel ready to start. You just have to start. You don't need to have all the answers. You just need to take the first step. You don't have to be great to begin, but you have to begin to be great. Consider the compound effect of starting today. 1 hour a day for 1 year is 365 hours of focused growth. That is like attending university for over 9 full weeks dedicated entirely to your most important goals. In 1 year, you could become an expert in your chosen field. It gets better. Commit to this for 5 years, and you will have invested over 1,800 hours in your development. That is enough time to become world-class in nearly any skill, master a new language, build a thriving business, or reach the top of your profession. Now, envision the person you will become. Imagine the skills you will possess. Imagine the opportunities that will open. Imagine the life you will be living, all because you made one decision to invest 1 hour each day in yourself. The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The second best time is now. The same is true for your personal growth. You cannot change the past, but you can absolutely shape your future, starting today. So what will it be? Another day of excuses, or the first day of your transformation? Another day of being who you've always been, or the start of becoming who you want to be? Your future self is watching this decision. They are hoping you will choose growth over comfort, action over excuses, commitment over convenience. They are counting on you to make the choice that creates the life they want to live. Do not let them down. Do not let yourself down. Start today. Start now. Take a piece of paper and write down your commitment. What time will your daily growth hour be? What will you focus on first? What is the first book you will read or skill you will practice? Be specific. Make it real. Make it happen. Because every hour you invest in yourself is an hour invested in your future. Every day you commit to growth is a day you move closer to your dreams. Every moment you choose discipline over comfort is a moment you build the life you truly want. The time for excuses is over. The time for delay has passed. The time for action is now. Your transformed life begins with your very next hour. Make it count. Thank you for choosing to grow with Fluent English with Radio. Press the like button if this message resonated with you. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and be sure to ring the notification bell. We consistently create content designed to help you grow both your English skills and your life. Please share this video with someone who needs to hear this message. Your support is invaluable and helps us reach more people who are ready to transform their lives. Until next time, keep practicing, keep growing, and never stop believing in the power of consistent daily action. Your calm, confident future starts now.